Are we ready for the next incredible speaker?
Yes!
Yeah. This guy has written 13 books. Ooh, can you even imagine? Just yesterday, he's on a podcast, he's on a radio show tomorrow. People all around the world are wanting to hear about what he has to say because he's got so much wisdom to share. So please, all join me, stand up. And welcome to the stage, the incredible author and superstar, Errol Baptiste!
Thank you very much to hear me talking about my subject, because 29 years ago I went through the experience adversity, did have no support from various family members back in the day, and also as well I went through my own personal discovery journey, and also as well I had an opportunity to get myself into further education, because back in the day I used to work at the Royal Mail Postal Service in the public sector. Because since I got myself into further education at Fairfield College, because the college was founded by the Caprice family back in 1909, I had a brilliant experience, because those guys have helped me through how to overcome adversity, how to overcome rejection, because my education journey took me to a brilliant road. It was the 1-year-long course, which took me to the road to university a couple of years later. Since I did that journey, I went on to graduate, and also as well, I've written 13 books in different areas.
Yeah.
I've done stuff on the recent 13th book. I wrote about a rival milestone on workers' rights, 100 years of International Labour Organization from 1919 to 2019. It was 100 years ago the ILO implemented the 10 recommendations, like women right to maternity protection. There was the implement of workers' rights. There were the implementation of young people having workers' rights being protected during that period after the aftermath of the First World War as well. Because and also in addition that there've been a lot of serious impact of labour standards that include education, healthcare, worker protection. And also they talk about the impact for social justice as well. And also back in the day, it was 100 years ago, people didn't have no proper say, because back in the day, they used to be exploitation of child labor. Many people used to be killed or accident in the workplace due to the impact of child labor. And also there used to be the serious impact of poverty that lead to child labor as well. Because since 100 years ago, the ILO had made huge improvement. In 185 countries across the world, they have implemented proper labor standard in the workplace, like bringing employers, trade union, workers, other representatives. They're making sure that they've got to implement proper standards. And also, it was 100 years ago when the first international labor conference with women, because the women were very, very strong fighting for maternity leave. However, it was recognized as one of the first 10 recommendations. I forgot long. Because in addition, when the implementation was implemented, many countries agreed to implement those laws. And also today, that social justice is the main core of workers' rights, because they wanted universal standard in order to achieve peace. Because during the period of the First World War, many workers didn't have no opportunities back in the day, and also many people been exploited in the workplace, and also they talk about fairness, they talk about social protection, workers' rights. They talk about young people being protected from exploitation, and also they talk about maternity protection and other issues.
anymore.
And because in addition that the ILO, they make sure that young people got an entitled right to education, that the issue of child labor being outlawed as well. They need to be safeguarded from exploitation, because what Luke was saying about the teacher certificate, we need to look after the young people. They must be protected from harmful child labor. They need to be protected in many ways as well.